Welcome to a special edition of the France 24 Observers on the migrant crisis that's been playing out in Eastern Europe. The migrants have smartphones and they've been filming what's happening as they get caught in a geopolitical struggle between Belarus and the European Union. They've been sending their videos to us. They tell us the Belarusian border guards have been pushing them to the border with Poland. Some of them have tried to break through the barbed wire. Those who managed to get into Poland have almost all been turned around by the Polish border guards and sent back to Belarus. The crisis started this summer with Belarus angry over sanctions imposed by the European Union, issuing thousands of visas to people in countries like Iraq and Syria. That created a wave of migrants on the borders of Europe. One of them was Mustafa Musin, a student from Baghdad. He documented his trip on YouTube. Let's take a look.
اليوم مهوس البيت، تعرفون ليش؟ الباكر مسافر، حضرت الأغراض كملتهن، راح أخليهن بالجنطة، ولا ما أخليهن بالجنطة أسولف وياكم. يلا هاي باي. جاد وين الاتصالات في اسكندر؟ ليتوانيا توقف لو لا؟
ما اوقف نهائيا، ما اوقف.
لعد وين؟
حتى كمل على تويتر
على جينا للشركه نستلم التيكت. استلمت التيكت الطيران والجواز. بعد طول انتظار دامه 6 سنوات.
Mustafa and his friends were among thousands of would-be migrants who arrived in Minsk, many of them on flights by state-owned airline Belavia from Istanbul, Beirut, and Dubai. Migrants from other regions, including Africa, heard about the visas too and started flocking to Belarus. When Mustafa and his friends arrived, they were met at the airport.
Whoa, oh my God! بيلاروس $100 تساوي 246 روبل. أنا بمنسك جينا سوق اسمه بازار، سوق كل شيء موجود به، دواء صيد، ملابس، شو اسمه، يعني قناصل، مطريات، هاي الأمور. خليكم ويا الفيديو شوفوا هذا السوق مال البازار. اشترينا الأغراض واشترينا هذا المقص، شوفوا هذا نقص السيم الحدودي ونطفر. هذا كيس النوم تفتحه ماشي.
هذا صار جديد، هذا داخل هاي هو جنطه والله
يدفي يعني هو جنطه اذا بالحدود تفيدنا. وراح ناخذ البدله المطريه. هنا خطوط الانترنت الدوليه تفعل بكل دوله بالعالم. الولد اللي هنا جاي يشترون. هذا البيلاروس يعني يفتر ويانا ويترجم لنا يدلنا على السوق مالتهم هنا. فقعدنا بس الباور بانك 20,000 ناخذه ونروح.
With everything prepared, they set off with their driver for the border. The drive from Minsk to the Polish border is about 4 hours. Migrants who didn't have their own transportation arranged were able to take taxis or buses to the border area. Migrants from Iraqi Kurdistan used the internet to organize, sharing videos and information on Facebook.
داوا لە تۆشەکەن ئەم ڤیدیۆ دووبارە بڵاو بکەیتەوە بۆ ئەوەی خەڵکێکی ئەوەی نەیبینیوە ئەوەی ئاگای لێ نێ و ئاگادار بێ. ئێمە شوێنمان دیاری کردووە هەمومان بۆ سبەینێک کە 7 مانگە بۆ سەعات 12 هەتا 3 هەمووی لەوێ کۆ ببێتەوە لەبەرەوەی گشتی بەیەکەوە لێشاوێک دروست بکەین و بەرەو حدود بەڕێکەوە.
The video contained a GPS reference. For this gas station on the M6 motorway, it's just 2 kilometers from the Polish border. Kurds started gathering there, making their own videos. complete with voiceover and maps. We spoke to one of the migrants who responded to the appeal.
On the 8th of November, in the early morning, we set out for the Belarus-Poland border. After several hours of traveling by car, we reached our designated point. There were about 2,000 or 2,500 people in all.
When the Belarusian border guards blocked the road, the group headed into the forest. But at the Polish border, they could go no further. They set up camp.
We are now on the planned Belarus border. We are caught between the Belarusian border guards who are behind us and the Polish police forces who are in front of us.
We are determined to protect our border. Attention, attention. You are not allowed to enter this area. Leave the area now, or we will use force to push you back.
There are people of all ages. Children who are 1 or 2 years old, or even just 6 months. We are exhausted because of the cold and the lack of food. People are beginning to catch cold and get sick. We all came here with visas. Every migrant in Belarus paid $6,000 to $7,000. The traffickers told us we'd get to Europe in a way that was safe and easy, but they were lying. It's very hard to reach Europe, even if you try several times to cross the border. Everyone gets turned back. The police arrest them.
But not all police were turning the migrants back. On the Belarusian side, border guards were seen actively helping migrants get to the border. And in some cases, apparently forcing them towards the barbed wire. An observer we'll call Jimmy from a country in Central Africa told us he and his family were driven to the border by Belarusian border guards. He asked us to conceal his identity.
On les a chargés dans deux camions. Nous sommes arrivés à la frontière la nuit. On était vers 17h. On nous a dit là, vous devez attendre parce que on attend un moment là où il faut passer. Les Biélorusses, ils connaissent bien les frontières polonaises. C'est eux-mêmes qui ont coupé les barricades. Ils nous ont fait entrer. Et ils nous avaient expliqué comment avancer, il fallait navigateur. Et ils nous avaient dit, en tout cas, vous ne pouvez pas rester ici, mais il vous faut avancer, vous disperser en plusieurs groupes. Et ils nous ont donné une ville là, allez-y dans cette ville, Sokolka. Quand j'ai regardé le navigateur, ça faisait au moins presque 6 heures ou 7 heures de route à pied comme ça. Il y avait une expression d'ailleurs, nous tous on commençait à rigoler quand ils débarquaient la nuit, ça peut être vers 1h du matin comme ça. Ils disaient go, 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 go. Pushka, go, 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 Pushka.
Jimmy and his family were taken to the border 3 times, and each time they were caught and turned around by Polish police and sent back to Belarus. With his children getting sick, Jimmy decided to give up. But the Belarusians didn't want to let them leave the border zone.
Ils m'ont dit ici, on avance que vers la Pologne, on ne ressort pas vers la Biélorussie. Les enfants commençaient à présenter la fièvre et tout. On a vu les gars frontaliers, il a eu pitié, mais il nous a demandé de l'argent. Ma fille est tombée malade, donc je n'avais pas un autre choix. Il fallait au moins essayer de sauver une vie. Donc je payais pour moi, pour ma femme et pour mes enfants. Au total, c'était 500 €.
We spoke to 2 other migrants who gave up and decided to return. They also told us that Belarusian border guards demanded bribes for them to leave the border zone and go back to Minsk. Mustafa and his friends get to the border by car. They also run into the border guards. It's a 4-hour drive from the capital to the border. At the border, they get out and walk to the first fence.
هسه احنا منتظرين يم السياج البيلاروسي. منتظرين ما نقدر نقصه. بالبداية احنا شفنا حركة وجانا قال جو عود شو اسمه البولندي طاح عود يطقك بوكسات وهاي اشرنا.
They ended up getting through the Belarusian fence and then a Polish one, but they were caught by Polish soldiers and sent back.
كضينا
الحمد لله والشكر.
كضونا تعرفون منا الجيش البيلاروسي ومنا الجيش البولندي، وقالوا اليوم نطلعكم ويودونا بسيارات. اكو عائله ويانا ايرانيه وان شاء الله قال بالتسعة بالليل يعني فوق التسعة بس ينامون البولنديين اعبركم اطبقكم 50 متر جوا شو اسمه هذه سيارتهم قدامي جوا بالاراضي البولنديه 50 متر.
يلا ابويا زلم العراق واليمن وسوريا.
We will go to Germany.
Mustafa and his friends ended up getting through. He says Belarusian border guards helped them cut and then flatten the barbed wire.
عشان يعني بالغابات البولنديه ورايحين للسيارات نقطة تحميل.
Mustafa made it to Germany. He's now vlogging from a refugee transit center. He hopes to learn German and one day get a job in the media. Poland recorded more than 5,000 attempted border crossings in the first 2 weeks of November alone. Mustafa is one of the rare migrants to reach Western Europe. Those who reach Poland and applied for asylum face an uncertain future. And with Iraq organizing repatriation flights, those stuck in Belarus could find themselves on a plane home soon. We're going to keep following the migrants we've been in touch with. We'll put updates on our website. I'll see you next time.